What a Sigma male will do when he's laid off work. We have established here that a Sigma male is not one to be fired up with work for someone else on a permanent basis. He is more of a freelancer or a business owner. But this is not usually the case, most especially in the beginning when he is just starting out and may not have attained the clout that would see him live up to his independent creed. When he works for someone, he manages to maintain his freedom of thought and would carry out his tasks without sucking up to the dictates of a boss, administrative red tapes, and company traditions. While he is highly productive, a lot of employers don't like this. It may be a matter of ego or a slavish adulation of process over results, but this is where Sigma males usually clash with the authorities of their establishments. This is, however, not the only reason why a Sigma male may get laid off at work. Reasons abound, but this is not the aspect of discourse today. Today, we will dwell on the reactions of the Sigma male post-employment. 1. He feels relieved. The first thing that comes to the being of the Sigma male is a surging feeling of relief. The thing is, no matter how much he values his work, his nature as a freethinker and worker in a solitary path is deadened by doing the work. There is a conflict of natures. When the free nature of the Sigma male wins, he resigns. The fact that he remains in the job means his free nature hasn't risen to a boiling point. However, when he is laid off from work, he feels his free nature vindicated. He feels he should have listened to this side of himself and quit. Thus, he considers his firing as a wake-up call to listen to his freer side more often. 2. He returns to his goal. The Sigma male may be working in an organization that isn't his, but he is not single-minded or single-purposed. Somewhere in his closet, he has something of his he is working on. In fact, he has always worked on this before his employment, or it has always been an idea. And he only began working on it after he got this job, and his independent self began to nudge him towards something else, something truer to who he is. The ultimate goal of a Sigma male is to own a business and make an impact on his own terms. Working for someone else is only because he hasn't got enough experience or built his product to a level good enough for the general public. But don't expect him to abandon it. He would continue to work on it even while working elsewhere. And when he gets the butt, it is a kick that sees him land on the horseback of his own project. 3. He returns to his hobby. The Sigma male may already have a hobby he does on the side that suffered when he decided to take up your job. When you sack him, he would go back to his hobby. He may be a photographer, shooting wild games for fun. He may be a YouTuber, analyzing chess games for fun. He may be a keyboardist, playing for fun. He may be a writer, writing satirical blog posts for fun. He may be a creative, painting dark humor for fun. He may be a conscientious pest, tracking the private jets of Elon Musk and co. and posting it on Twitter. He may be a programmer, building Android apps just because he can. So when he is told not to come to work again, he shrugs and walks to the waiting arms of his hobby. 4. He disappears from public view. Recall that the Sigma male is not one to be moved by the crowd or the urge to socialize. He is a man of his own and he loves nothing better than being in his own company and meditating, or thinking his thoughts, or creating his art, or learning a craft, or honing his skills, etc. If he works in a physical office, the only thing that brought him out was work. Now that he is no longer in the work, don't expect to see him as often as you used to. In fact, he may disappear from sight entirely as he charts the next course of his life or embraces his original calling. He would also become more reserved as well. A man of little words, working in an organized setting had made him communicate more than his nature would have permitted him to. It also made him more open to talking more often outside of work. Now that the work is no more and there is no obligation to communicate, family and friends should expect to deal with a more reticent man. Thanks for watching.